My name is Johnston. I'm just going to be up here for a little bit to sing, tell you a little bit about myself, ask you a question, tell you a little story, maybe sing a little bit more. Yeah, thanks for being here. Have you ever failed? Have you ever felt like you just wouldn't make it in this world, have you ever felt like you wouldn't make it in this world? Again, my name is Johnston. I'm 24 years old. I'm half Filipino and half white. My parents got divorced when I was 8 years old. Then my mother, younger brother, and I moved halfway across the world and moved in with my auntie where I grew up in Spanaway, Washington. This was very hard for me to accept, and I developed behavior problems at home and in school and was often neglected from adult supervision because my mom worked long hours all day to support me and my brother. I don't ever remember getting good grades in school. I can actually recall getting straight F's on report cards, as well as being on juvenile probation by the time I was 13 years old. I experimented with drugs and alcohol, ran with the local street gang. I was often suspended and was expelled from high school when I was 16. 2 days after turning 17, I found myself in the Pierce County Jail, charged as an adult. After a year of jail, I got out only to go right back a year later. So now I'm gonna ask you a question. Let's take a break from that, I'm gonna spray head. Raise your hand if you have a dream. Good, I'm seeing TRiO now. Anybody be willing to share a dream? Just throw one out there. Anybody?
Be the boss of TRiO.
Boss of TRiO? Okay. You know they gotta be realistic. That's realistic. I got a friend. He said his dream was to marry Don Reed. I was like, really? Getting long. No. But if you do have a dream, I urge you to have the motivation and the courage to make that dream a reality. If you don't have a dream, I encourage you to take initiation, reach into your imagination, and dream. At one point in my life, I was sitting in a jail cell at the Pierce County Jail on 9th and Tacoma Avenue in downtown Tacoma. I couldn't believe I was in jail again. I told myself I'd never go back. As I sat in this jail cell, 3 South C7 to be exact, which was 23-hour-a-day solitary confinement, I felt hopeless. I was disappointed. I was sad. I was lonely. I was angry. I was confused. I was shocked. I was mostly shocked and confused because I was sitting in jail for a crime I didn't commit. When I was overwhelmed with these emotions, I would write. When I was lonely and didn't have anyone to talk to, I would sing. When I sang, the notes would echo off the cell walls and ring into my ears as if the words spoke to me. It felt good. It helped me overcome. It helped me escape the dungeon of despair I was confined in. Throughout the next 3 years of incarceration, I continued to sing, but I began to dream. I dreamed about all kinds of things I had never before imagined. I dreamed of being an author. I dreamed of being a firefighter. I dreamed of being a Harlem Globetrotter after reading a book about them. I dreamed of being a singer and a songwriter. I want to share the joy I receive from singing with others. I want to share the strength that music provided me with the world. I want to share something I wrote when I was in 3 South C7. Do you see those lights go by? Do you see those lights go by? Do you see those lights go by?
Do you see those lights go by as I sit up in my cell and glance at the window? I can't see out the other side. All I see is those lights go by, and I'm wondering, why must I be in this predicament? I was out there hustling hard. I just met like 2 or 3 broads who could be potential wifeys. Do you see those lights go by? Do you see those lights go by?
When I wrote that, I would see headlights passing by the window of my cell every night at a certain time, and I believe it was the correctional officers leaving their shift. And to me, it just represented life, just going by every day. Those 9 to 5s, people were working, just those lights going by. It was like life was passing me by. So I wrote that. Kind of embarrassing, some of those parts, but that's me. So when I was incarcerated, I dreamt that one day I'd be in college. I am. I dreamt that one day I'd sing in front of an audience. I did. When I was locked up, I told myself I was going to pursue my dreams. I will. Without struggle, there isn't perseverance. Dream. And that's the end of that speech. Part of that dream of being in college was going to the University of Washington. I've been accepted and will attend in the fall in Tacoma. I mentioned this to Terry before, but I've joked with my friends and family that I used to go downtown to go to jail. Now I'm going downtown to go to college. But on a serious note, I honestly don't think I would have finished the application process if it wasn't for TRiO. Thank you, Terry, Christina. Where's Christina? You know she's been gone. Congratulations with the baby Ezekiel over there. Hey. And Don and Nani, I see over there, for supporting me and pushing me not to give up. I also just want to acknowledge and appreciate everyone from Pierce College, from the employees that work all day to make Pierce a better place.
I think I'm the only one.
Bernadette left.
Bernadette had to leave.
And to the students that I have conversations with in the hallways and everywhere else in the school that have helped become part of that dream I conjured up alone in that gloomy, dark cell. All of you, thank you. Thank you again, everyone. And again, thank you, TRiO, for helping me believe that I can make it in this world.